I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is June 3rd, Wednesday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. So we have been discussing, when are we going to drop? When are we going to drop? When are we going to drop? I drew this yesterday, right when the video was pretty much done, or the price action. Said we would come up, retrace back in to get late buyers, push up again for a new high, wipe out the liquidity, and then pull down for that transition of the seasonality and coming into the, between June and June 5th, roll over and then get into some of this late buyers and liquidity, right? As the seasonal data shows. So, I was still able to approach, take a look at this. Take a look. I made the video here yesterday. Right here. What did we do? We didn't make a new high. We stopped right there. We came back down, wiped out late buyers. From there, we made a new high. We rated it with leading up at the New York Open. That's manipulation and signifying signature that we're going to immediately sell down. And then we sold down. We got that. Again, we didn't get this whole big thing I drew. Hold on. But what I'm saying is that we came back down and we sold off. So, and we broke structure, in my opinion. But on the 1 hour, it's not clear. On the 4 hour is a lot better. I'm gonna go to a 4 hour while we're here. Okay. So on the 4 hour, you can see this down candle right here that we made. When we popped up a new high and we broke and we closed below, that's a break of structure on the 4 hour. Okay, it's not on the daily. It is on the 4 hour and it is on the 1 hour. But my point is that, before I even move forward, I talked about yesterday possibly getting up here or not to this -3. We're already kind of sitting around this. And because it's the 3rd, it's still early. So I'm saying all this to say this, and you're gonna watch what I'm telling you. You're gonna see how I make the decision of getting out on my sell, and it'll be this logic here because of the fact that this might not be that break of structure, even though I think it is. It might not be, because in reality, this low makes this high all the way up. It's the final drive up here, and then we retraced. See, A, we didn't get follow through. B, this can still sell off, don't get me wrong now. All right, but we got NFP on Friday. So it's still early. Okay, so now that I've said that, I can go into the video. Okay, this should look crazy. I can't even make that shit look normal anymore here. All right, and just like a 1 minute chart, if this daily was a 1 minute chart, notice how someone can be moving their stop loss above every day low, right? So they're just saving that shit for the NFP. So let's go into, I don't know where I can. Should I just go over the general gist first? Here you can see we had that opening range gap. We came in, we rated above first, and then we sank down. Now that's why I was moving this level all the way across, was because I had a feeling that it was suspect and we would come right back to it, and we did. We sold to it. Look at the body stopping again. Like, come on, you think buyers and sellers can possibly create the bodies to stop like that and then go? No, it's not a coincidence. Then we came back underneath all the way deep, pissed off that I didn't hold that buy longer, and then after tagging that, we came all the way down and did not take out the low. Now we're still popping up because they're fucking shady. And I knew they were going to do it, and I'm going to prove it to you how I knew they were going to do it. Why? Because it's experience. There's no other way to say it. Everything else here, don't need to really go over real quick. And then you could see this the 4 hour as well, bouncing on the previous day's gap right there. And then you can see that, this. So it's because of, okay, so we're getting this speaker type of, this is a mean reversion type of day. We're getting that because we're leading up to it, right? Up to the NFP and all these things, right? So that was also a given, and I've been talking about that, right? So I'm playing it accordingly. But when you see Asia sitting right here in the middle like that, and then pre-930s up here. Let me go into here. This was a 5-minute, so that's a 15-minute. But anyways, I'm gonna delete this on the screen for a second because it's noisy. And then I didn't draw the first imbalance on this chart here. A little too much to be drawn. I'm gonna use this one only because of the fact that it's prominent and it's took out a swing low. This one above here, which this would be the first imbalance here, I didn't use that. Now, if we go above it and all these things, I might consider using that. But as of right now, I'm just going to use this one because it's really obvious. And today's Wednesday, so it's really obvious for me to use this, as you can see right there, right? So it was a pump dump, right? And then I expected a sell by sell. Because of the narrative of what I just got done discussing about, the NFP, and it's a holding pattern, it's all time distortion, then we can get this push back up because of the fact that they dangled this carrot, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Otherwise, the midnight level you can see here is very key. We're bouncing on it, initially buying, and then we tag it at pre-930, and then we swing right through it, and then we come right back, and then we look at that. You can see it working algorithmically. We're probably heading towards it right now even. All right, so that's this chart here, and here you can see, all right, you can see the fire here. Now this, instead of it being a 1 hour chart here, it's a 1 minute, it's a 4 hour. I left it on the 4 hour just for you to see the bodies. Look at the bodies sitting on that top 87%. Okay, because that's the big figure hole right there. That would be 6 standard deviations up, but from the the whole grid. But here you can see body, tick, it hits it, body, ticks, hit it. I mean, bro, you look how many times it hit it. Look how many times. If I squeeze out like this was my target yesterday. So 1, 2, well, it's muddy there, but you can see it. Dude, it's perfect. That's not random. Everyone thinks this is random. It's not fucking random. So, beautiful. I wanted to leave that on there. I usually leave it on the 1 hour, technically. So, real quick here. Let me put it back to a 1 hour, and then you'll see this fire. Look at that 16th, baby. This is how we get this sell. So, I'm going to go right into it. Yes, that's right. I'm going to go into it here. Yeah, your boy caught it. Yeah. How did he do that? How did he do that? Well, you got this inducement of buying initially, and then this inducement of selling. But this was the real tell. When 930 is here, and it's just pushing up, we're already up here, and we're pushing up like this. Do you think we're gonna push by and go all the way up? No, they're leading it. This is leading the push up. And this told the story of it. This is a fake move. It's the pump. So, and I expect a bearish day also on top of that. So because of that, we come right to where we sweep this guy gently. And then the bodies stop. Look at my 16th level and look where my entry is. So just so you know that this cannot be like contrived or luck or made up. I mean, making the decision, call it experience, call it luck, call it whatever you want. I knew where the price was, and I knew it was a fake move. So that being the case, this candle closed immediately. All right, I'm already in, and then it's being held by that 16th level. You can see it clearly. They're wicking on it, and it's a raid. My initial goal was to come down into this quadrant because. Not quadrant, well, yeah, I guess, whatever. But this low right here, so we made a new high today, and then I knew that was going to be the high of today. Why? Because I expect a bearish day. I expect the price to come down here and not come all the way back above it all in the same day. So I expect that to be the high of the day, and that is not going to be the low of the day. Look where the low of the day in Asia hit. Do you see that? Look at the bodies that I talked about yesterday. This is a 15-minute chart, by the way. I normally keep this on a 5-minute. Do you see that? Bruh. I was like, no way, dude. Perfect. That's not fuck. That's perfect. Okay. same down candle, whatever. But the point is I'm hunting that, and sure enough, dude, big candles came in. So price push down, use this as the first imbalance as I talked about, and then we hit this 16th here, made a low, all right, and then retrace back up where breakout level. Perfect. I allow it to retrace because normally I'll mess that up. The old self will mess that up and not hold it or continue in this scenario. And look where it hits. Perfectly tags it. So if you had nothing on the chart, you'd see a sweep, a break, a retrace. This is a simple break retrace model. Very simple. This is beautiful. And sure enough, we take advantage of it. So, but look where it's coupled. You got the fucking 50% of that first imbalance that I'm using, and it is a bearish imbalance, obviously. Breakout. I mean, and then look how it tags it twice. It doesn't even hit the 50% of the gap. It hits my level twice, and just shot down. I was like, dude, wow, I didn't expect it to be this beautiful. Where am I going? As I just said, that's that first target. Guaranteed minimum. I don't care if it keeps going lower. That low right there is what I was targeting. And this quadrant. Because I'm not going to just hit this hit this 75% level in red. And then I have it, by the way, I have it projected here, obviously. So you can see that -1 is here. So I'm encompassing, the circle is showing you what I'm showing. Now, obviously, when it's selling, I'm just like, okay. Stop loss, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. So at this point, I'm not even doing that. I know I've hit an extremity. And where did I hit? Look where I went. Well, I had this other circle here. And what is what? Well, obviously that would highlight this 62 level, 8th level. And then you would see that we're getting into here with that change of delivery here. When you kind of push right back up from that wick. These quadrants, this 32 in this, and then, and then seeing if we can squeeze into here or not. But my goal was here, and then it just kept going. In this case, when it's a large candle, I'm not about to give anymore. I'm not giving back anything. I'm not giving it back. This is me telling you that I want to get out completely. If you don't fucking roll over, oh well. Beautiful, bro. Just beautiful. And that's why when the market moves beautiful like this, we have our size on because it is the month of June. May and April are very high probability. Let's go into the next. I want to move forward. You see at the time here, we initially on the opening range gap, this is the 1 minute down here. Look how we come underneath it. We tap it. Look at that. It's algorithmic. So all that's going on. So what are the stacked confluences? I had that bearish imbalance. I had that break of the change of delivery with those fucking candles. I had the big 8th level, the 87% level there. Like, dude, this is not random. And I'm just getting out here. All right, so that's that. Look at the 5 minute. Closes as a candle, and then the next one opens, sells down. You get to see all these different time frames. How else are you going to see this? I mean, who's going to show all this? Okay, and then here, as I'm also taking that sell, is because NASDAQ had a clear higher high. Beautiful. We initially had a lower high here, and then we had higher highs here. And then when we were here, so I said, okay, well, what if they do blast all the way up? There was a higher low here. Okay, and we had lower lows with S&P and Dow. So that was there first, obviously. And then when we rated, I said, gotcha. And that's the higher high. Clear lower highs here. Take it out. Done. Okay? And then you can see a divergence happening here at the time. So you want to squeeze out because this is a higher low. What if Dow doesn't make another low? That would be a higher low, and we have lower lows here. So it's the decision making happening there. Okay, let's move forward. And then this is my other main chart here, and then you can see, look at that. I'm seeing that already before 9:30. And the day gap here, by the way, today's day gap is right there, opening day gap, and sitting on that 25 quadrant. And we hit a hair below, and then we come and we sell off, dude. So beautiful overbought to an extreme oversold, dude. Yeah, beautiful. Almost hitting 2 standard deviations on the Asia range. All right, so let me move forward from that and go into the next trade. So didn't I get out right here? I got out right here. I know what level this is. Wow, no one else knows what this level is. But if I had nothing on the chart, what would you say? You would say that this is an extreme push down, wiped all that liquidity. Now you have a breakout level. So this is a back to breakout model. All right. Yes, I understand that it's a speaker and I fucked up and squeezed it too tight. But to be honest with you, I was a little trading my P&L and I was just really rather just take the profit in this case, just in case it didn't go up here and it did roll over. I wanted to just hold it for here was my main target. Not here, not here, here. And then I just squeezed up and I fucked it up, right? Because I understand that this is a breakout. We get into the 1-on-1.5 here, and then it'll retrace back and then enter again. So I'll show you where I took losses. So I did a bad job of allowing this to breathe, but it's okay. I still did a great job because I took the profit and it was a great fucking trade, and it was 80 points. Okay, so how I got this is obviously you just saw where I got out, but the thing is that because it rated twice, if you watch live price, it made a low first, popped up, then it made another low again. So there was 2 drives here. I'm always trying to sell on a second, in this case, buy on a second drive or sell in a second drive. In this case here, you're like, oh, why didn't you do that there? Because it's so early in the day. It's just brand new 9:30. Number 1, number 2, they just rated it. Number 3, there was a drive. They had this guy right here. See this? See it pushed up, and then it's actually 3, second, and then last little guy right there. See the little three highs right there. You see it? All right, that's this context. But here, all right, it happened twice. 1, bullish candle, closes really weak. Next one, raids. Look how it raids the level of there. You can't taps into that and into that wick on that down candle of yesterday. All right, and then boom, bitch, I'm pushing it. Oversold. I gotcha. So coming right back up, and I'm trying to squeeze into this area. Okay. Again, did a bad job of that. Very proud of myself though. And what am I doing? I'm in a sell by sell. So it was a pump first, then dump, and then sell by sell. General speaking. So lower low, lower high, lower low. No other way to look at this. That's as easy as I can explain it. And then you can see here nothing helpful in this conversation. But again, I'm going to go back to the other one real quick. You will see that the logic was that when we broke right through this, I am buying it back up into that. From here to here is the back to breakout level trade. It's a model all by itself. Now we have a breakout here, but that was current, right? So if anyone bought here, it went right underneath, and it in most cases if we didn't have NFP on Friday, this most likely would have never came all the way back up like this. Okay, but then you also have here. See this right here? See this level right here? All right, that would be here on the 1 minute chart. We broke right through it, and we never gave it a chance for people to get back out. And in a sense, even though they did wick right back up, right to that 32. Look at that, beautiful, by the way. Then this can come back up. Now, as far as the back to breakout model, if this is just a high and a low, external range high and a low, where's 50%? So the mean reversion would be here, right? So that would have been my ultimate goal of this buy. Besides this, and again, I got stopped out short, right? That makes perfect sense, right? Okay, and then this chart is as you see, it's coming right back up, right, to help them mitigate their losses. And as you see, I'm trying to squeeze out into this bearish imbalance because it could have sold from there. We don't know. I don't know. My day is already done. I'm already accomplished what I wanted. But guess what? You knew I wasn't going to let him go like that. I wasn't gonna let him go that easy. All right, take a look. So everything I just got done explaining, it's nothing hard to explain. You can see here, I got that. Again, I didn't expect it to hit this or not. I wanted to, but I mean, it didn't have to. My trade needed to come to here, is what I was looking for. Notice how I got out and then I bought it. Okay, so then guess what? We snagged to that eighth. I'm sorry, to that fucking 75% level. Okay, and there's an imbalance sitting right there, the bearish one. I sell it. Comes down, stops. We had a bullish inversion here on that quad. And I was like, perfect. And then in a perfect world, you want it to just keep rolling through. And I know it's a little hard to, it's a little far-fetched. It could have happened, yeah. So I took it. It stops on me. Okay, look at this right here. Bullish imbalance right there. You don't want to see that. I didn't draw this, but this was a bearish inversion. And then big boner candle came back up. You do not want to see that if you're selling. All right, and then fucking lost. Cool. Then it came up. I'm not buying this though. I'm not buying. I would buy here, but I ain't buying this because I'm not bullish here. Period. I'm not bullish. So, anyways, as you see, if this was dragged out, you'll see that we are holding that right there with that bearish. And then it just pops up, dude, and it lingers back into where? Where do you think it went to? If I was selling here and I was still holding the bag, I'd be pissed off, right? I mean, you get back in and it's like, okay, well, I got back in. Okay, well, take the profit. Look at the retrace. First of all, be done here. But okay, if you bought, great. And you held, cool. Look where it went. I already told you where I would have liked it to go to as far as the buy goes. This is extra measure. This is that break of structure. Here's the 4 hour. I'm showing it to you here. The 4 hour has been there. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. I guess I'll just draw it here. I mean, you're like, I see it, dude. Okay. So, looking at it, there's a couple ways to look at it, but this is the way I'm just looking at it for now. All right, so just what we did on this 1 minute chart today is the same thing we did today. This is what I was like looking at here. See that? So high, higher, low, high, raid, break, retrace, deep lower high. There's your intermediate term high on the right, which is this one. So I understood that. They weren't going to fool me. And it's still probably bearish. Trust me. So that's a break of structure. So because I'm saying that, this is coming deep. What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. Okay? So you're trying to catch losses and you're trying to catch the sell and you're taking losses. It's part of the game. As long as you don't go on overboard or over tilt and your losses are small, my wins are big. The wins are going to be big because we understand the direction, right? So what does it do? It pops up. This bitch tags that level again perfectly. Okay, falls down. So this is the break. This is I can't even draw it. I need to go to it real quick. This was the structure here. As you can see, while we're retracing back, I look at it like this. High, higher, low, high, higher, low, high, break. These two lows are the same low. They just put that inside to confuse you. These two higher highs right here, above that high, is just a retracement of the lower high. Then you get the break. You're like, I can see it after the fact, bro. Thanks. Well, but the thing is that did you? You see what I'm saying? You see that? That just happened right there. what I just drew on the 4 hour. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. We don't want to make it too difficult. Look at now they're coming down. You fucking hoes. That's the shit I be talking about. That's why I was like, okay, bro, I know what they be doing. Dangling the carrot, pop it back. Look at 1, 2, 3 up. Then they sink it down. Fuck it. I'm not gonna sit here all day with them, bro. I'm not gonna do that. I am not a slave. I am not a slave. I'm not saying that I'm just saying it's just like it'll help you explain this. So once I knew this was a lower low and that's a lower high, okay? See that? Then you get, well, what if it kept going? Yeah, what if it sat here? This sucked. Yeah, I know. But notice, bodies are in the bottom half. Then there's no more bodies. See how we come and we give it a last kiss? Right there. See that? See that? See that? See that? That's why I'm using this. Because you're like, oh, this is the first amount. It's not coming. Nope, that's not it. It's this one. Okay, very good. Let's move forward. And you can see, you notice I don't have any bullish inversions or anything here marked. Why am I just still using this? This is the key to this trade. Or to this. Because of the fact that it's going to use the bearish tool to the left. All right, this is obviously a resistance here as well. Don't get me wrong, right? There's a basic resistance. But, these hoes do it. Anyways, let me move forward. But I'm still using that. And yeah, it's still muddy. It's muddy. It's muddy. Yeah, on purpose. Then look right here. See that? See how the bodies are wicking and then there's only bodies now? And then we do this. Boom. We kiss it right here. Boom. That's my entry. Comes down. Hits this 75 level. Big 20, big quad level. Retraces all the way back. Yes. My stop loss is right there. Above that 50% of that bearish. Because we worked it. It's over with. If it goes any higher, this is fucking bullish. What does it do? Gives it a last kiss again. Why do you think they did that? Because they know you know. And they're building liquidity. Swing, swing, swing. Right? Boom. Comes in. Where is my entry? Where is this entry? The entry is on that 16th. You don't forget that. Because I didn't. See the level, that's right on the 16th? That's what I'm doing here. Okay? Comes down. Look at this. Using it so that was resistance, turns support, from support, turn now resistance. Guess what? That's my level. They built all of that framework, just like they built this framework here, on those levels. Come on, baby. Yeah. Sells down, and watch what I do. I said, I want to come in here. This is a little bit, it will come down here. We just might not come down here right now or today. Watch this. And they're fucking actually moving it out. Motherfuckers. So funny. But notice how I have it fucking blue. Because this is experience. My goal was to get down here, but really, at minimum, I have to start trailing it once we take these guys out. See that? Because that was that buy that I did not participate in. But everybody else and their mama did. Right? Okay. And here's the 16th level as well. Okay, so boom, we get this bearish imbalance. I want to see it just run. If it does not run, it's not going to happen. And this is good decision making. You ready to prove it? Let's prove it. You're like, dude, come on. There's no way, bro. There's no way you got out. You got out before the low. Everybody wanted to hold for that low, but I didn't. Because experience tells me that we're going to have a divergence possibly. And someone else is going to come take it. Here, you can see that we're getting into 50% of this wick here. Okay, that's a high probability of it reversing. That's number one. And on this time frame. And as you can see, we pop back up here. Boom. Bro, stop it. Am I done with this? Yeah, I'm done with this. Real quick, divergence here, right there. I didn't draw it because I was in the midst of everything. Look right here. See this? We had already made a lower low here, and Dow is retarded. Excuse my language. Look at that. Right? So this was what mattered. We made a low. And I told myself, I said, yo, watch this. Watch them pull this bitch back up. You want to know why I said that? It's because A, experience. B, I've seen this story before. C, they would do that on a week like this. Remember, the odds of success are getting slimmer now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, cool. I was a little iffy on today, but it's still, hey, it moved. I saw the way Asia looked. I mean, dude, look at the fucking way Asia looks in London, I should say. Look at it. That right there tells me everything I need to know, and my data says, okay, sweep, pump, dump, sell, buy, sell. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm proving that. I took all of sell 1. I took some of buy 2. And I took fucking all of sell 3, damn near. It didn't go through though. Good decision making. You're going to remember this one day. That's why I make these videos. Trust me when I tell you. I did a bad job of screenshotting this one, but you will see the midnight level dancing there. I'm seeing this, and that is also going to be in confluence with the order flow of my trade, but I was here in this cell here. So what else? 50% on that 50% on that RSI 50 right there on the 15 minute. And then look. You're like, the old me would be like, yo, I'm definitely holding. And I was gonna do that. But I knew that they were gonna pull the rug. These bitches. That's why I talk like that. Because do you really think that wasn't like fabricated? Come on, man. I made I got stopped out right here. What did it do? Popped up. Tried to take this and come below it. Because I wanted to come in there still, but I took my profit first. Guess what? This failed. It came up. I said, God, have a nice day. Fuck off. Bye-bye. Lunchtime. Hungry. Okay? Yeah. So, and that was that. Speaker? Look at the speaker. Can you see it? Mean reversion here. Back into it. And now I don't really care what we do Thursday, what we do Friday. My week is damn near over. I'll just, if I see, the clear setup and it's just, I'm able to read the market very well. I don't know what else to say, but, again, as you know, I went through hell trying to do this. So, and then now I got it drawn there. You see, it worked out. You see, I got proof too. Okay. Yeah. Good fucking decision. Yeah. And then that's probably a divergence for it to sell down now. Because I'm making a video instead of trying to get into it. So, right there. Oh, and when we got up here, we had like a little higher high here. Wasn't much, but we had the narrative was still all the same. It's still a lower high. See that? So, they're weaker. They're showing you that they're not going down there. So when you have, I have all on the screen. Obviously, as you see, I can see all 3 of them. So I can gauge really well like what price is actually doing based off of looking at the other ones too. So if anyone only has one screen, and can you be profitable? I mean, I guess you can, but I mean, man, you're missing out on so much information to make these type of decisions and all that, right? But moving forward here, don't care about VIX. Let's just move forward. But I mean, if I was to give you a little spiel, this little push up here, all right, that was pushing us all the way down. Then VIX came all the way down. So move 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's another thing that I will tell you. This was 1, 2, 3. That's all I care about. All I care about is all I care about is 2 moves. Really 1. I used to say this last year all the time. But they will move if you're confused about where price is going. That means they're going to give you a sequence of moves. So if I just sold 1, what am I doing by buying it? I'm obviously trying to catch move 2. If it gets here and I'm selling down, what am I doing? I'm trying to catch move 3. Now, obviously, the more you overstay your welcome, the more you're going to be, oh, you're trying to get all the market. No, dude, I'm just fucking moving the way this thing moves. There's a difference. There is a difference. Okay, and I build models around that, right? That's why it's a pump, dump, and then it turns to sell, buy, sell. It didn't go fucking through. So guess what? A number 4 moved up. Now what's it do here? Does 4 keep going all the way for a new high? Or does fucking 5 start? It looks like 5 is going to start. I'm just talking. I don't know. Who knows? But I don't give a fuck about 5, 4, and 3. Well, 3 I do. Right? Okay. Cool. We understand each other. Oh my God. It's not a long one, is it? Okay. Go. I like 35. What was I doing? Dollar, pushing up. So do you remember me telling you? That's why, the viewership has stopped. I get it, man. People are hard to catch up. Let me tell you something. I make the video, I watch it myself because it's just a habit. But who are you to think you're too busy? I'm busy as fuck. I'm still busy as fuck, and I watch it. And even in my whole career, I've watched other people's stuff. I enjoy learning more and catching fresh, not that I'm looking for ideas. I just like to see perspectives of other people, how wrong they are, and all these things. So if you want to be a fucking trader, who are you to not watch the videos? Oh, you think 50 minutes is a long time to get this fucking fire? Are you crazy? I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that there are some of you that are like that. And what I said do I see dollar coming in here or in here? I said that was going to determine how I perform moving forward. Do you see dollar moving up? Yeah. So that's why I'm selling. Keep it simple. Beautiful. I'm not even going to adjust this, but I will tell you that I'm just going to move this over here. So it's kind of like perfect time for our seasonality to happen. Oh my God, 50%. Look at that. All right, so that means we're coming up here. When we hit the bottom in the floor, which will be, if I want to say like maybe the 12th, the first low, because we're going to do that example that I have drawn. Remember? Two lows. This is around the 12th. I happen to be just drawing it, but this is considered to be around the 12th, and then this one happens to be around like 20th or 19th or whatever the fuck. Yeah. I look forward in time to do what I do. So anyways, yes, to prove it, yeah, there's dollar. We're coming up, and then I have this backwards. Okay, here we go. And now, you don't fucking say. You don't say. Okay. So they rated yesterday, and then they just came all the way down, right? So they're not hiding their bullshit, right? So immediately came down and to get the previous day's low. That's why I was gonna hold for our previous day's low, but guess what? These bitches didn't do it. Oh, look! They're fucking doing it. Look. You see what the fuck I'm talking about? You see what the hell I'm talking about? Now, I could have held it. I could have held this trade and let it come all the way up and then go. I could have did all that. Why? My dude, I already got down there. This move down, this buy, and this whole sell right here, I've already got down here. I ain't worried about it. That's how I move. That's how I'm in sync. That's how I fucking jump rope with these bitches. That's why I talk the way I talk. All right? Fuck them. I know what they doing, bro. Look. Here's proof. Look. And I'm making the video instead. Yeah, I could have caught this bitch. Trust me. All right, because this was the goal, and they're doing it now. I don't care if they go through or not. My day has already been done. I don't care. I've already, dude. So I set up this way my trading because I get a lot of the market without having to hold. I mean, I hold, of course I hold. But what I'm saying is for multiple days and weeks and swings and all that, right? So, but I take a lot of losses. but they're little. Moving forward, overbought here. Beautiful coming to oversold. Look at Dow. See, see, I used to get wrecked in this shit right here with Dow. Because they used to try to buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. Still trying to buy this. At the end of the fucking day, like when I first started, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Buy. Never occurred to me. Sell, 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 right? Do you see a lot of opportunity in this? Nah, bro. That's why I don't play with them. This is a pump dump. Sell, buy, sell. Pump. Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. How do you think I learned? I was Dow trader. That's how I know these things, because they're the most manipulated. Look at the equal lows here. They rated it. I didn't get mine. I didn't get mine. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, not a. And that you could write this down for experience. Notice how they did this at the end of the day. It's I came in the day knowing that they were going to do this shit at the end of the day. And you're going to say, how do you know that? Well, because they didn't go through. And it makes perfect sense. These big moves. Notice how they're doing it at the end of the day. Why? Because when you're when you get a big retracement like this shows me, especially another one, this shows me that they're just time distorting. Instead of going in a straight line, they confuse, build liquidity, blah, blah, blah. But they are time distorting. So it's happening in the last hours. Yeah, I know. So, it's 10 o'clock here. There's so much more I can say. A 10 o'clock candle opened on that fucking 16, baby. Look where the 6 to 10 o'clock candle closed, and look where the 10 o'clock candle opened. You see that shit? Look at that. Come on, bro. Look at missing it by a hair on purpose right there. Okay. Move forward, bro. All right. So we obviously know what we're talking about. We already discussed it. We don't have a body here. Remember the gap? It's still empty. So they need to seal it. So that's still on the agenda. And this is why I draw what I draw. I don't need to tell you anything else. I've already got it outlined. Wait. So there's that, and then S&P. Take a look. Here's a pump dump too, right? So quick pump, lower quadrant band here. Wants to kind of get this guy real quick before they broke through. And then sell, buy, sell. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Don't give a fuck what happens after that. What happened? 4, 5. Not bad. Can you make this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Why do you think I do what I do? Because this is how it moves. Drive 1, drive 2, and here's drive 3. How do you know that? How do I know that? I traded Dow initially. That's how I know that. Okay? Look at this. Look at this bullshit right here. Why you want to fuck with this? Unless you're like, oh, I love to just hit it and hold it. That's okay, cool. That's different. But I mean, as you can see here, Dow is when it moves and it holds. Okay, fine. But also the flip side is that this thing is always back and forth. You're like, well, what are you gonna do? It's like, what do you guys want to do? It's like, I don't want to deal with it. Right? All right. So breakout level, fanning up that way, build liquidity, sell model, came back in. Sick. I don't know what else to say here. And, that was the caveat, by the way. When we pushed up hard and we sold back off yesterday, all right, we came back. Look at the gap that they left. I talked about that gap. They can either leave it or they can come back to it because of the seasonality of what we're dealing with and the future news coming. We expect it to maybe come back down, right? Because they hurried up to wipe out the sellers. They left that gap too. It's fine. But when I'm watching bold face this pushing down, that's how I'm framing my pump dump or sell by sell and looking for that move. And what they'll do is when they get to this 1 or 1.5, they'll come right back to the breakout area or back to the projection area, and then they'll go to the 2 to 2.5 down here. right? Then they'll come down here. But they're avoiding it like the plague, though. And if it's bullish, it'll stop here. That's why I didn't get married to it. The old me would have held for this area. This is Tuesday's imbalance, and this is Wednesday's imbalance, first imbalance, by the way. I got them dragged out. So it made sense. It made all sense. Because then you had this liquidity here, and blah, blah, blah. Again, it'll probably just roll over. Asia will come in here. I'll find myself down here. And then another area that I wanted to really hit was that big 50 level. Remember that big 50 level right here? This dark red right here. See this? So maybe that was a swing high, and then I was in the previous videos. I said we're bouncing on it. They're making decisions back and forth. Well, they made decisions still, so they're probably going to come for that also as well. But there's nothing else I need to say here. 45 minutes, and I'm tired. I need a vacation already. You guys take care and God bless.